pre-workforce management solutions, there was a disconnect between what we were bidding on work and what we currently had for work, and how to unify those two pieces of information together so that we can say, all right, this is what it looks like for our 80% or better projects to infill what we have coming for open spaces. This is where we can't take more opportunity because we don't have the capacity. So without that unification of actual work to planned work, or potentially planned work, it's shooting in the dark. Workforce management is really planning the ramp up and the ramp down of labor on a job site to match what's been estimated, what's been projected by our project managers, and not necessarily just match, to make sure we're staying on track, staying on budget. Without a plan, you're shooting in the dark. I mean, it's impeccably crucial. It's never what you plan, right? I mean, changes happen, delays happen. That's the biggest concerns we have in the industry. Delays is the biggest problem in the industry as a whole right now. And not delays caused by us. We like to hope. But that causes constraints for everybody, right? Because you plan this project to last 18 months, this many man hours, this many people on site, and delays happen. And we have other projects that are infilling, because we do a good job of planning to our manpower pool and making sure we have that capability. And when the delays happen, that impacts everybody. It tightens up the schedule for everybody. And we need to be able to manage that change, and this tool allows us to do that. I think one of the great parts of the tools that we're currently using, and Rivet also utilizes, is communication. Right now, it's nearly impossible for my project managers to call every guy on his job site to let him know if he's moving to a different job site. I mean, to stay in that communication. So there's an administrator doing that. And with the communication aspect of receiving a text of your job location, requirements of that job, that maybe when the administrator forgot or the project manager called you saying, hey, Joey, you're going to job site X starting Monday. They might have forgot to tell you that job starts at 6 instead of 7, that there's certain, you need to make sure you got your OSHA 10 card with you, or, we've all dealt with the COVID requirements on job sites as well, and there was different requirements for different job sites, and to have that pre-communicated through the application, that's huge. I definitely think it helps with projections. I think with the tool of workforce management, so our project managers do their monthly projections on labor, material, direct job costs. That definitely helps keep a pulse, a tighter pulse on their projects than they probably even had before. Not that they didn't have a tight pulse, they have to, that's their primary role. I think being in the tool on a regular basis and having to look at the actual data on a regular basis versus hearing from just the people on site. I mean, numbers don't lie, right? I mean, when you're seeing actuals compared to current projected, and you're saying, wait a minute, this doesn't really look right, that prompts some questions to your field superintendent that maybe didn't exist before. Our pre-construction team is already working with the forecasting feature and loving it. So to be able to have that pre-construction team build the forecasts with where they see the project and turn that over to the project manager to massage to his own plan for the project, that's huge. Interstate has, I think, 14 applications integrated to our ERP, and Rivet was one of the top 2, tied for number 1, I should say, as far as working with on the integration piece. They had the steps. A lot of companies, when they're working on the integration with your ERP, they refer you back to your ERP support. Rivet had a plan in place, the steps to take in your environment, and we have a high level of access to our own data, the way our ERP is set up, and a great familiarization with our own database structure, so we're able to provide a lot of our own information anyway. We didn't even involve our support for our ERP whatsoever. With Rivet's instructions and our own in-house experience, 2 weeks we were up and running.